We are going live and live.
And you look gorgeous, girl.
Thanks. It's a wild, wild world we're in right now. And I'm waiting on my end to make sure we are actually live.
Freezing on my tablet.
But welcome. This is Hello Thursdays Cosmic Conversations. I'm Stacey Harder, and I come to you with my mother, Dr. Heather Harder. Woo! What a world we are living in! What a time of transformation. If you are new, welcome. We come here every Thursday and we are live on Zoom. You're welcome to join us on Zoom. Our Zoom is the same. It's 428-733-218, and you can definitely join us live on Zoom if you want to ask questions. Sometimes we also do spirit sprinkles. You do have to be live with us on Zoom if you want to get in on the sprinkle magic. But this has started probably over 30 some years ago in our living room and has expanded to group meetings in person. And now, because of the situation, we get to go worldwide via the web. So if you are on Instagram or YouTube, then you get to go wherever you are and get to join and be a part of it. So thank you to our tribe that gets to come with us every week, because together it fills my soul as well to be able to connect with all y'all around this planet. And the one thing I'm learning is that we are not alone on this mission and this journey. And it is my hopes that this helps you feel more aligned and more clear with how and why we are on the planet at this time. So that being said, congratulations. Deep breath in. We've got this. I'm going to pass it over to my mom while I do some technical stuff and welcome you all in. So, Heather Harder, Dr. Heather Harder, my mother, aka Mom.
And it's amazing how many different people are calling me Mom now. It's I'm beginning to feel like Mother Earth incarnate or something or other. So, and it's my honor and pleasure to be with you. Stacey gets to meet all of the people online. I get to meet the people in Zoom. And so if you're online, I welcome you. And Stacey will forward your calls and comments to the group. And we do encourage you to have your comments and questions, because that's what guides our conversation. Occasionally, Spirit gives me a topic that needs to be addressed, but mostly we just go with the flow and see what people are thinking about, looking for, asking about, and it becomes a fun little engaging conversation. This has been an interesting week. As I said long time ago, September was going to be very intense. It is going to become more and more intense, followed by an even more intense October and a more intense November and a no more intense December. It is not going to let up energetically or politically or any other way for a while yet. As I said at the beginning of all this, we're in for a marathon, not a sprint. And so buckle down, and recognize that you need to create your own comfort, your own nest, your own place of serenity. If you feel yourself moving into fear, turn the TV off first.
Yeah.
And recognize it doesn't serve you. It really is filled with energy that programs you for something that does not serve humanity. In fact, there was a little mime on Facebook, and this guy was asking the Amish, like an Amish kind of group of people, how come they weren't being affected by COVID? He said, we don't watch TV. And it's so true. The more you watch the news and the TV and engage in all this banter about what's going on, the more likely you are to be in fear and question and doubt and worry. So our conversations weekly are just about reassuring you that all is in divine order and everything is divinely perfect, including you. So with that, the first thing we want to do is call in our spiritual helpers to protect us, to guide us, and to make sure that we are being exposed to truth and only truth. That everything else that is not truth, just sort of washes away from our energy field, from our consciousness, from our mind, so that we don't take in false information, things that do not serve us. So it's really important that we're always just geared into truth. I wrote an article many, many years ago, and I talked about the Sherlock Holmes effect. You know, Sherlock Holmes looked for clues and was always after the truth. And that's what we all need to be doing right now. Not listening to all the banter, not listening to everything that's going on, not listening to all the people who have opinions, because Lord knows there's a lot of them, but to really be on the lookout and search out, seek out only truth. As the Bible says, the truth shall set you free, and especially free from all those energies that don't serve us. Phase one of our conversation is to seek protection, guidance, and truth. So if you haven't done that, do that your own way, whether it's saying an affirmation, whether it's setting the intent. Doesn't matter how you do it, you just need to do it. That's your little repellent for false information. And then the second thing we do is we play in the light. We're here as light workers. We are here to engage the light, use the light, expand the light, and facilitate the light going to all the dark corners of the planet. Each week we do it differently. There's similarities, but based on what's going on, is we do it. The first thing you need to do is recognize that you are the light. You are part of the divine creation. And just as you carry your DNA from your mother and father as that heritage, you also carry the light as part of your divine inheritance from divinity. You are little godlets put on this planet for a purpose, chosen to be here for a purpose, and now we are in the midst of living that purpose. When we go to our center, we are going to sort of the command center of our spiritual essence. It is the place we are connected to all that is. It is the place where we get refueled, recharged, and get re-inspired, re-motivated. You know, what that looks like to you is up to you. You get to make it look like anything that serves you. Your center can be nothing. It can be a void. It can be a fluffy cloud, or it can be, in my case, a beach. I like beaches. So mine is this beautiful beach I go to. But it can be your living room. It can be your whatever. It's a place of your imagination. Your imagination is that tool that creates. And so you're creating that place where you are intentionally connected to all that is. And so whatever you want that to be, let it be. You can find pictures that remind you of that place. You can find just aware imaginary images. Doesn't matter what it looks like or how you created it. It's very important that you are familiar with the energy of that place. Setting the intention to go to center is all that's required. Now, some people wrap it in the middle of a 45-minute meditation. Some people just sit and do a 1-minute intention. Again, those are peripherals. They're the coding of it. It's going to center is where the power is. So right now, just go to center. And as you move to center, you'll feel almost like a little click, a little calibration where you become just a little bit more serene, a little bit calmer. When you go to center, you're aligning with that divine energy of all that is. So just feel it. And now imagine that there's a great pillar of light. It goes as far into the heavens as you can imagine, and it goes deep into the earth as far as you can imagine. And I want you to step into that pillar. You become the agent that unifies heaven to earth. You are here as a divine ambassador, connecting heaven to earth, bringing heaven to earth. And I want you just to feel the flow of that energy. And I want you to imagine opening yourself up to this flow. So the energy coming from the heavens comes to you and through you deep into the earth. And that you become one with the light. Connecting heaven to earth. And right now, Earth is going through a lot of shifts, a lot of changes, things we recognize and lots of things we don't. Things that we know about and lots of things we don't know about. So I want you to imagine just expanding this pillar of light so that it encompasses the earth and all its people. And that we just send this peaceful, serene energy to everyone and everything. Everyone is going through challenges, whether you recognize it or not. It is not just you. But we are on a roller coaster ride that's taking everybody through some scary moments. But if you recognize that oftentimes you choose a roller coaster because of the thrills and excitement, the bigger and the bolder and the faster and the more dangerous it appears to be, the more we like it. So imagine that's what we've chosen to come to do on Earth, just to experience this roller coaster of energy, all the extremes, because it's fun, because it's exciting, because it's unpredictable. Just be grateful that you have the strength and the courage to ride this ride. Give yourself a little pat in the back. So you did it. You came, you saw, you conquered. Give yourself a little badge of courage. You're very, very brave. Then we're going to focus this energy and send it into the planet, filling every cell in, on, and around this planet with love, with this light. Love, light, God all carry the same energy, the same vibration, the same essence. And it's our right as residents on this planet to impact it. So let's impact it with our love. Now imagine all the microscopic, all of the creatures, big and small on this planet, all the humans, big and small, all the people who've ever been on this planet, fill them with love and light as well. This moment is perfect. And it's perfect because we're all here. And because of all the people and beings who've come before us. And we're preparing the way for all those to come. Imagine that lineage and just send it love. All of our ancestors. And after all, we are all one. And then all those who are here now and all those who ever will be on this planet. Just love them all. And then send love and light out into the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a very important covering that protects this planet. Like the skin of our body, it is a vastly important layer that helps determine our health. We want to just love it. So just see that love and light flow around the planet, spreading, thickening, becoming more filled with love and light. And then send love and light into the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness is like the ethers that connects us all, the space between the substance. Everyone who's ever been on this planet, who are on this planet, or ever will be on this planet, contribute to the collective. We're all in this together. And the more love we put into this collective consciousness, the more loving this planet becomes. We individually and collectively impact the collective consciousness, and in return, the collective consciousness affects all of us. So consciously, willingly, lovingly contribute to this collection. Like you would deposit coins in the church collection basket on Sunday, just deposit love into this collection. And be grateful that you're here to make that contribution. It's true that not everybody puts love in the collection. It's true that you don't always even put love in the collection. When you're angry, when you're upset, when you're judging, when you're confused, when you're in fear, you're adding that to the collection as well. Right now, just set your intention to neutralize everything that you put into this collection that isn't for the highest best good of this planet. Just neutralize it. The drama and trauma can be fun to go through. It can get you attention. It can get you all kinds of exciting emotions. People can even become addicted to the emotions. But we want to neutralize that now and replace it with love. Just love. These past few weeks, we've had lots of extreme weather, and it's still coming and going on this planet. Weather patterns are how the earth finds her balance. Whenever you see strong weather, you know that's a place where the earth is healing. And so just love it. And imagine sending love into all the weather patterns, past, present, and future. And just see that love spreading around this planet in the weather patterns. On this planet, there are those who really are here to support the transformation from third dimension, individuation, to fifth dimension, which is the unity, the oneness. So right now, love extra hard all those people who are on the planet who support the transformation and are here just to be their best loving self, to show up in the world as their best loving self. And then there are those on the planet who, through various means, whether it's through trickery or mind manipulation or greed or blackmail, show up to this planet with not so loving hearts, without wanting the best for the planet. They're actually working to impede the transformation, whether they know it or not. They're here to stop the transformation, whether they know it or not. And we want to love them too. They're playing a very important part in this transformation of the planet. They're the ones we push against with our love. Just like any movie, there has to be the villain or it's not any fun. We wouldn't have anything to compare it to if we didn't have our villains. We couldn't see the good guys if there were no bad guys. So we're going to love all of those who are impeding the transformation of the planet, whether consciously or unconsciously. Whether they've been manipulated into believing scarcity, duality, victimhood, fear, whatever it is that's keeping them out of that divine balance and as a tool for the transformation, we just want to love them and share truth with them and around them. Truth is an energy first. So just imagine truth energy and spread it liberally all over them like you would put jelly on bread. Just smear them with truth. Eventually it'll find its home or it won't. Either way is divinely perfect. It's all part of the divine plan. We're all part of the divine plan. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just spread truth and love. Now, on this planet, there are a lot of people who are recognizing some of the impeding behaviors, whether it's the jab, whether it's the lockdowns, whether it's the rules and limitations, whether it's the control and manipulation, and they're beginning to resist and have protests and to act against some of these things. What we want to do is just love them as well. In the 60s, it was the college students who raised up and fought against the Vietnam War. They protested. They protested and protested and protested. And they kept the voice alive until the government finally acquiesced and brought our soldiers home. And if you've watched the movie The Post, they show how that whole war was just a political exercise serving no one except the war machine. And so we love the college students of the 60s who made a difference. And we love the college students of the current era who also will make a difference. They will inherit this world, and they must be true to their heart. So imagine all those people protesting, all the colleges that are now mandating, and see the college students just being surrounded with protection and love and truth and awareness. See them rising up to find their voice. Imagine the many, many threads of the social media, all the different forms of social media and all the fibers that link people together. Just imagine that incredibly complex relationship between all the members, say, of Facebook or Twitter or any of the other Facebook channels you're on. And imagine sending love through them so that no matter what is being said, love is being sent. Just imagine where your information is going and flowing, and fill it with love. Fill it with love. See, each picture on Facebook and all the other social media is being surrounded with love. Each person being surrounded with love. And seeing that love being filled with truth. Whatever truth is, whatever truth it is that they need, just ask the angels to make it apparent to them. And then online, we have lots of influencers, people who set out to influence others. Right now, we're on Instagram and we're on Facebook and we're on Zoom, and we're hoping to make a difference. Not in an unhealthy way, but just to influence others to seek truth, to be at peace, to find their love, to use their love. And there are lots and lots of people like us who are influencers. Just fill them with love. And if they're sending out information, we want truth to be apparent. And if it's not truth, we want that to be apparent. And then we have lots of leaders, of businesses and organizations, and political leaders, lots of different levels. And we want to fill them all with love and light. It's getting so heavy in our political world that those people in office, even if they've been in office for 50 years, they're there because we sent them, collectively or individually. They're there because we didn't do anything to not send them to office. Apathy, alienation, cynicism puts them in office. So we want to love them. We want to support what is best for this country. And that's our intention. And if you do that, if you support what's best for this country, you'll know the divine right action to take. We're getting ready to have another election in the US, and as well as elections going on around the planet. Imagine every ballot being surrounded with love, every process being filled with love. Every voter, everyone who doesn't vote being filled with love and wisdom and truth. A difference, not with the words we use to criticize and judge and condemn. We make a difference when we take the time to consciously love. Where love is, nothing else can be. Use the power of who you are, what you are, to change the world, to eliminate the darkness, to end the shadows, even in our government. Each of you have the right to put out your intentions to create your dream of a healthy government, of healthy people choosing to run for office, of supporting and helping healthy people, emotionally, physically, spiritually healthy people take office and do what's best for the country. And in turn, we do what's best for the world. The United States must stand as a shining example of truth, of justice, of compassion and fairness for the world. We eliminate divine action made manifest. So just see us becoming an even stronger example by getting rid of our corruption, our greed-motivated leaders. Let us begin to ask the right questions, do the right thing, individually and collectively. And the right thing is always just to love. We just love. We love those who are working for truth, and we love the manipulators. We love the freedom of the press, and we love the press that is putting out lots of false information. They give us the awareness of what we're up against. And our job is just to love it and call in our divine helpers, our divine team to assist us in restoring this country to its place of greatness. And most of all, we allow ourselves to be permeated with this love. To let it filter through our existence and remind us of who we are. The more you love yourself and honor yourself and accept yourself just the way you are, the more you can do that, for and to others, for and to the world. So just let yourself feel that love and that light, that truth. And as it goes through your body, through your cells, through your DNA, and restoring and balancing you, just imagine turning up your greatness, recognizing your divinity, living your truth, feeling that courage, honoring the humility and the compassion that you inherited as a human. As you throw off all dysfunction, all behaviors that keep you from being one with all that is. We're all in this together. I'm going to give you a few minutes to talk to your spirit friends. Let them filter into your consciousness, sharing, balancing, healing, whatever it is that you need. Just allow it to happen. Just be open, receptive. Don't create, just allow. Surrender. Imagine floating on the ocean. Just as if you were floating in the ocean, when you get out of the ocean, you usually shower, you rinse off the salt, you rinse off all the things that don't serve you. Imagine right now using this light to rinse off everything that doesn't serve you. Deep within the core of your existence, just a release everything that doesn't serve you, physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically, thoughts, beliefs, words, actions, all the energy forms that do not serve the greatness of who you are. So that this moment forward, you show up in your skin in the greatness that you are meant to be. Honor your greatness. And when you're ready, just come back to the here and now, bringing your new awareness, bringing the new energy, the feelings and the connection. Just feel how you feel. And very quietly, very gently, if you have paper and pencil, you're welcome to write down how you're feeling. The more you can isolate what you're feeling now, more you can sit down and bring it back whenever you want. You don't need to spend 45 minutes in meditation getting to it. You just remember. You remember. You put it together again. You remember. Remembering is a sacred act. Putting together the pieces. Remembering how your breath feels. Remembering how your cells feel. Remembering who you are. Remembering that you are part of the divine and nothing and no one is more powerful than you. Remembering why you chose to come to this planet. Remembering what is important for you to remember. When you're ready, just come back to the here and now. And if there's questions or comments, and welcome Laura, and I'm sorry you can't stay very long, but we're glad that you're here while you're here.
Hi.
Anything you want to share? Anything you want to ask about?
No.
Okay. Well, we're glad that you could come for any amount of time, and feel free to step up and share whatever you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody have anything they want to share online, Stacy, Elizabeth?
No, we've got, but Sonia's at the airport listening in. So
Well, just imagine all the planes being filled with love as they go out to different parts of the world, that she's there just broadcasting love throughout the whole airport and world.
and Vincent and Mules, Jake. Yeah.
Okay.
I always find that it takes a few minutes for people to kind of come back to the part of the brain where there's words and communication. And
We don't want to come back to the brain. We want to come back to the heart. That's the whole point of the experience, is to get out of our mind, to lose our mind and come into the heart space. Consciousness is found in the heart experience.
yes, but there's definitely different parts of the brain that are unactivated. So find, what is it, the cortex that comes up with the verbiage and language. It's re-tapping into all that. And by the way,
Okay.
will do. I look forward to seeing her because she's coming back home.
And I see Josie's got her hand up. So mute yourself, Josie, and share what you'd like to share.
Feel free to
That
have
was so beautiful. And your voice is just so soothing, along with the love, and it just is amazing. It's like I have to start taping these and doing them, because this one I was falling asleep to, which I need,
Well, that's the putting the mind to rest.
Yes. That's so, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to listen to this tonight. So thank you. It was great. I needed this.
Stacy, tell them where she can find it, the recording of it.
I'll send the group a link to the YouTube, but you can go to YouTube and listen to it anytime.
And that's a great idea, to send our Facebook, what do you call it, messenger group?
Just a group. Yeah.
Okay, the link to the recording. That way, if someone wants to listen to the recording, you make it easy for them. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I do. Like the ones that I missed, I go back and look under Stacy Harder on YouTube and I find it. So, because the one that I missed the week before, I came back. It was beautiful.
Watch that online. I was real excited. I was just like, wow. Just joking about 50 people watch that the week. Anyways, it's kind of fun for me. So if you're new, it's fun because you never know who this is going to. It's where, when, but I feel like it's always powerful. So
very, very powerful.
And the recordings are there, so if you want to listen to them, and every week we do a different light work, and it changes a bit, but there's always a constant theme. So
yes, and I think the theme right now is learning how to find the calm in the chaos, and that's a perfect example of coming back home.
if your circumstances dictate how you feel or your emotional state, then you're giving your power to your circumstances. You need to be centered. That's your choice, your right, no matter what's going on around you. And so if you see yourself bouncing around and all the stuff that's going on, Take the time to live centered. It's a goal.
And
And
it
the more
seems
you
like, oh, sorry.
go, no, go ahead.
Seems like, you know, a lot of this goes along with Unity Church, which is perfect, you know, and so I love it. I
Well,
could
the
listen
original
to.
intentions of Fillmore and the others really was about the spirituality of it, not they combined it with Christianity because that was the religion they knew. But the whole, if you read the original teachings of the Fillmores and the other founders of the Unity movement, it really was what's going on. They were the early way showers.
Yeah, the Unity consciousness that, you know, I finally caught on to and learned. And they just had the Fillmore Festival the weekend that I was in the hospital. So it would have been like the 20th or something, or that week.
What's a Fillmore
Festival? It's at Unity Village, where the
in Missouri.
Yes.
In Missouri.
Yes, and Rev and Arlene went there, and a couple other people from our church. And I've been there a couple times, but I always went to they had a silent retreat, that was very profound in being silent for the weekend. But now they have a Fillmore Festival every year. And so I think this year coming up is going to be our 70th anniversary. So I'll fill you in on the details of that if you'd like.
Yeah, keep me posted.
Okay. But I love it. It's just all like in alignment, you know, and it's like perfect. It's nice to be in this space.
Well, it's nice to have you in this space.
Thank you.
Wow. Are you wanting to go into questions, or are you wanting to just feel complete with a shorter call today that was mostly guided meditation? How are you feeling?
Well, I feel pretty complete. If there are questions, I'll be happy to answer them because I'm here to help people get more confident in their life and what's going on and recognize that it's all divinely perfect. But if there are no questions, then we can move on with life.
How about a sprinkle?
And by the way, have a wonderful flight, Sonia. And I look forward to seeing you on this end. Bless. Boarding now. So, and she's actually someone I've known, I think, since 3rd grade. Funny, we grew up like 2 blocks from each other, and then we both lived in LA for years, to different areas. I was by the beach, and I haven't seen her in years in person.
Really? Where's she going back to?
Here.
To where?
Here. Like
Chicago? She's coming back to Chicago? Wow.
Well, her family, I think, still here. So it's just, you know, how sometimes you have the same path with people that it's like, wow, you just never know.
Wow. You mentioned the sprinkle, Josie, and I don't feel it would be in your best interest. You're in transition right now. And in the process, it wouldn't be fair to you. It wouldn't be accurate for you because it's like taking a picture in movement. It'd be fuzzy and blurry, and it isn't going to be as helpful. Yeah. When you get to the other side and your energy gets more subtle, I'll be happy to do a sprinkle for you.
Okay, that's fantastic. And I was thinking that too, that it was not right at the right time, but I threw it out.
Yeah. Because you throw it out every week. Whenever you get a chance, let's do a sprinkle. But no, I think for you it'd be better if we wait and do it another time. So
I love Stacy's energy tonight. Feels really, you know, perfect. Like, you know, like, and she's always perfect. She's always up, which is helpful to me. And then that smile is beautiful, just like yours. You know, mother-daughter is perfect. So I think I've said enough.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But too feel we had a really powerful energy in the experience. So I think this might be a good time to close. So we'll trust that everybody is where they need to be, doing what they need to do.
I would just Gosha, she's having sound issues, so she was jumping back in. But I wanted to just check in with her because I know she's one of our regulars. Yay! If you had any questions, because I think we're gonna close it up early tonight. Kind of, it feels like that's what we're supposed to do. So if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. I am on both YouTube as well as Instagram, so I can keep track of the questions. But if you have a question, now is your time. Happy Portal here in Nova Scotia, 99903. That's, wow. It is a very special 99. And thank you, Josie, for your lovely compliments. It's the life we agreed to come into. So I'm doing my best to have a more yummy attitude towards it. And love to you all as well. But it is special. It's 99.
And I think that's a good point, that it's a choice. You choose how you react to the world around you. You don't always get to control the circumstances because there's things you've agreed to come in and be a part of, like the transformation of the planet, like looking at all the political stuff that's unfolding around us. But we choose how we react to it. And that's important, that in every moment, every thought, every experience, even every emotion is a choice. So choose from that higher perspective. Bring your best self to that place.
Yes. And
All right.
stay tuned because I have some stuff going to be launching. And if you feel like getting deep together, let's do it because it's coming. I'm excited.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. Then I wish that
I'm going to pull an ISIS card because I think these are real powerful for the collective. So we'll just do a quick little card. I always love these. So what is the collective? Initiation. It is spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. So that is the initiation. Oh, it's kind of fun. We got a lot of hearts on that one. So already it sounds like a good one. This is page 80 for those who are in numbers. All right. It says initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing, whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, and the Lady Isis, with compassion and cleverness, will protect you from burning and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. I'll keep it that way. I think that's a very appropriate.
I think it's very appropriate. Goes along with what I just said.
Well, in all of it. And I think in also the elements, it's like coming back to the nature. We're in our nurture nature. Like we are all one. And so the more we can move into that, I think it's, like you said, it's how we choose to move through it. And so, yeah, we got this. You got this. As the song goes, we got this together, baby, do we ever. We got this together, baby, do we ever. So just know you're not alone on this journey. We are all in it. And I'm grateful for my years with having my mother say all these things in my life, my whole life, where they have more meaning now, the truer depth and understanding of all of it. But it is a deep time to find that truth within us, the conscious, unconscious, right? Subconscious, all those things. Like, we are our creator. And so I hope that you are brave enough and bold enough to believe in you. Let's do this.
All right. With that said, have a great week. Go in peace, go in serenity, go in the knowledge that you create your circumstances. You create the choices of how to react to the circumstances that you find yourself in. Enjoy the journey.
Loving light.
So love and light, and feel free, if you are on YouTube, they apparently, when you like and subscribe, it also helps with the algorithms or something. So feel free to like and share, and put a little comment in there if you want. Again, I don't know the algorithm, I don't really understand them, but that's what's supposed to help. So for what it's worth, I love you. You got this. We got this. Boom, together.
Baby, do we ever. And I'm going to be watching on YouTube tonight, so I'll give it a like and statement.
Do that.
All right.
Okay. Good night, ladies.
Much for being here on this planet during all this amazing transition. This is what we came for, and we've been prepping and preparing for a very long time, some of us. Yay! All right. I love you.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.